Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
On first down, Lance. And incomplete to open things up.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Here's second and 10. Now Lance. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. Lance now on first down. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
From just shy of midfield, Lance. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he's finally out of bounds, but he's taken it all the way down to the 8. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Here's Mostert. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Throwing now is Lance. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Robert Tonyan, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. Crosby with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Here's Chris Claybrooks to return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Takes this for 3 to the 29. This defense for the Dolphins, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
From the 29, Trubisky. Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the veteran Richard Sherman. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Clay Brooks to return it. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary in that last possession, though.
Escaping the pressure right. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop. 2nd and 6. Now it's Trubisky. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Gus Edwards, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down. Throwing here, Trubisky. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he'll take it across midfield and down the 48-yard line. They've got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable, and there's 2 schools of thought on it. With that type of a lead, maybe you can take a few more chances because you have a cushion. Others will tell you, don't eat up the cushion with careless play. He'll learn to ride that line as he moves on in his career.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. This defense for the Dolphins, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. This defense for the Dolphins, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. They'll run on first down. Edwards. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now Trubisky. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Cooper Kupp, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills have cut it to within a score. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because
and he works free. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And I'll tell you what a bird's eye view I've got here, because that was absolutely something else to watch. Not a lot of wiggle in that. That was catch it and go, and he used those wheels of his to absolute devastating effect.
Lance looking to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Raheem Mostert, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, this offensive unit, yeah, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
To throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky. A swing pass here to Edwards. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Checks this down to Edwards out of the backfield. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space.
And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, Here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
A short kick taken at the 18. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Lance, a handoff here to Mostert. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. From the gun, it's Lance. Flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Tyson Alualu. Never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Edwards. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Running the counter with Mostert. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Lance now to throw. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, their first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Lance to throw it. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 4th down now after a loss of 2. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. A 55-yard attempt, normally you'd say well within his range. A little surprised he came up short.
And he knew it immediately, didn't he? They are so calibrated, aren't they? They can tell the touch, the feel. When they put the foot to the ball, whether it's going to be good or not, he knew immediately he didn't have that one.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the... And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Zach Vaughn in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly, because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
Dumps it off to Edwards.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room, too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender. They've worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
Well, he's going to go for it all. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Yeah, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Hopkins with the extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy. And it's second down. The Lance going to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. So touchdowns on their first 2 drives, but looking like that won't be the case here.
Yeah, it looks like someone put their dukes up a little bit, doesn't it? Maybe decided to finally make a stand because those first 2 drives, they got run over. Now finally got their feet under them, got a little bit of balance. They're getting off the field.
A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here.
The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Here's Trubisky. He'll get this to Edwards out of the backfield. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Trubisky to throw. He's going to look deep for more. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Rondale Moore, the intended target.
And now it's 2nd down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. From the gun, they go to Edwards. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. Now it's Trubisky. That's into the hands of Edwards. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And that extra yardage makes this upcoming field goal attempt much more manageable.
Agreed, because when you talk to defensive coordinators, they always tell us the 35-yard line on our side of the field, that's the line we guard the most aggressively, because once they get there, they believe they're in field goal range.
So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. From the end zone comes Chris Claybrooks to return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Trubisky throwing the out route incomplete. That's Edwards. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. Here's Trubisky to throw. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
To me, the defense is looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Dante Fowler. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. On 1st down, it's Edwards. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 57 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They should have put a stamp on me in the locker room.
End zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Gus Edwards, 28 yards. And the Bills turn that interception into a touchdown. Well, it has been the passing game that's really been responsible for much of the scoring so far. But let's not forget about this running attack. They're pretty good, too, as evidenced right there.
And I think, Brandon, the fact that they've thrown the ball so well contributed to that touchdown, because that was a defense that was really keyed up to cover those receivers. All they wanted to do was blanket them They didn't have...
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Here's Lance. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw, it's Lance. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Edwards. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Trubisky will throw. He's going to look deep for more. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he's on to punt for Buffalo. This is taken at the 15. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Now Lance. Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Shotgun now for Lance. Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Throwing now is Lance. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Here's Edwards again on second down. 103 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Edwards. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 3rd down, Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. That's caught. It's James Washington. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Lance. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's another 1st down as this time they get an even 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got his man. It's Eifert. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. To throw again on 2nd down. Lance. Eluding the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you.
And it'll be intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
2nd and 8 coming up. They run once more with Edwards. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 8 yards. There's still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football. The Bills on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. Now it's Trubisky. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it. They sure went against conventional wisdom, calling a pass on 3rd and inches.
Had to be thinking to themselves, the defense is going to overcommit against the run. Should be an easy pitch and catch. Didn't turn out that way.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll run for it. It's Edwards.
And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. They'll roll him out right. That'll be caught. It's Kupp. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Cooper Kupp with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bills use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. Oh, a good return up past the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
If you're running out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. The Dolphins on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Again, they'll throw it with Lance. Got a man. It's Judy, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Quan Alexander able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Lance. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long, got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
And he will find his way forward to about the 23-yard line.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Edwards, and that could be a killer. He'll lose yardage and tackled inbounds. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, it's Trubisky. He's going to look deep for more. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's 3rd down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham, you have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. One final try now for Lance. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive experience.